Wild Cherry Pepsi Fridays. Wild Cherry Pepsi Fridays. This is the big show. The biggest in the game. Today we're going to have random friends pop up on us. Shout out to Mafio. Mafio, you got to let me know when that new record is coming out so I can promote. Busta Rhymes album out. Real hip hop is going insane over it. Busta Rhymes album out. Real hip hop is going insane over it. If you want to know what's a current event, the current event. Woo! Chanel West Coast coming up. We gonna vibe with her. We gonna talk to her. This is the platform. I'm a journalist now, guys. I'm a journalist. That's what we doing. COVID at an all-time high. Nothing changed. Worse. COVID at an all-time high. 90,000 people caught it yesterday. Oh, shit. Damn, man. Damn, on time. Yeah.
What's up? How are you?
You know, we're not used to beautiful girls on the show. We had Kalani this week, Chanel West Coast. You know, we trying to stay. Yo, could you turn the fucking claps off? We trying to step our game up with the beautiful women. So, you know, because there's always so much testosterone around here, you know?
Yeah. I feel you.
How you been?
I'm always around guys too.
How you been? How's everything?
I'm great. How are you?
I can't complain, man. I ain't see you in a while. I know you got things going on and everything, man. Thank you for stopping by the big show, man. This is great.
Thank you for having me. This is crazy. I gotta tell you the funniest story. Like when I was in 7th grade, I was grounded and my mom was like, you can't do shit. And all I could do was listen to the radio. And that was when What's Love was like the most poppin' song on the radio. And I have the most vivid memory of just being grounded in my room, listening to this song, wishing that I could be with my friends hanging out. It's like crazy to be here talking to you now. Like, it's so fucking funny.
That was big for me, man. Thank you, man. You know, What's Love saved my life, you know?
Yeah, that was a big record.
My brother Big Pun had just passed away. Everybody was sleeping on me because he was way better than me, and I admit it. And so I had to dig deep and pray, and that song changed my life. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you was rocking to it. At least they didn't take the radio from you.
Yo, that's all I was allowed to do was listen to the radio. I was like, that was before iPhones and shit. So like taking away TV was like taking away like an iPhone back then, and taking away my privilege to go out. Like that really going out was taking away that privilege. My mom knew she was holding me down by doing that.
Who you was listening to when you was coming up? Like who were major influences on the way up?
Definitely my number one influence is Tupac. I was listening to a lot of Tupac in middle school and high school and like around when I started rapping. I was listening to a lot of a lot of Dipset. I was actually listening to a lot of East Coast shit. It's kind of ironic, because I'm Chanel West Coast, but I was listening to, Dipset, 50 Cent, Mobb Deep, Jadakiss. Like that's what I was really listening to like a lot of in high school. And then Tupac mainly. Like Tupac's really like what got me into rapping.
So everybody you pretty much describe, right? They're like real spitters. Is that what you describe your music? Are you like a spitter, like a real lyricist?
I would like to say so. Yeah, I mean, I'm a writer. That's how I got into doing rapping. Like I've been singing since I was a little girl, but I didn't really know how to write like singing songs and melodies. So I just started writing raps, and I've been writing raps since I was like really little. Like basically writing poetry since I was like 8 years old. And it kind of just naturally happened because I was also a hip hop dancer. So like I was always into hip hop dance. And then I knew I wanted to do music, but I didn't know how to write singing songs. So I just started writing raps. And yeah, that was like all the music I was listening to, like right around the time I started rapping. So,
You know, so now I know you had a big journey, but everybody might know you from the TV show.
yep.
Like you was on, you've been on there a long time. Like that's actually a very successful TV show with Rob. What's it
Thank
like?
you.
What's it like? Because he seemed like the coolest guy in the world, Rob. I never met him.
Yeah, you gotta come be on the show soon. I can't believe you haven't been on yet. Like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. How many years you been on this show? You've been on for a while though.
Yeah, I don't even like saying it. I'm like, yeah, it makes me feel old. But yeah, it's been like 8 years now on Ridiculousness, and then I was on his other show, Fantasy Factory, for like another 2 years before we started that.
And what's the vibe with that? Because you know, he's such a cool guy. Like, what is it about you that he wants to keep working with you, and he brings you on to the next project?
You know, I think Rob is like the funniest person in real life. Like he's so funny. He's just like that, like how you see him on TV. Maybe not as crazy. Like he's a little bit more turned up when the cameras are on, but he's like a really funny, just fun-loving person, and he's a hustler and he respects hustlers. And I think that that's why Rob put me on in the first place. Is like I think that he saw like obviously I'm funny or whatever, and he saw like a funny side of me, but when I met Rob, I was rapping. I was on my MySpace music page, fucking grinding, like adding people all day long, you know, doing these little shows where I had to, you know, sell tickets and shit to my friends, like to try and perform. And I think that Rob like saw that I was a hustler, and he really respected that. And he needed a girl to be on his show. So I think I kind of just, you know, fit that role, and that's why he put me on.
That's dope. I know you. How did you meet Cash Money? Because I know you were signed to Cash Money first.
Yeah, man, it's such a long story. I was signed to Polo to Dawn first, and Polo was the first person who like had connected me with Cash Money, but then I had met Wayne like separately, like on my own. And it's such a long story. There was a lot of complications, let's just say, like around that time with like Wayne and Birdman, and I think I got kind of caught in the middle of it type thing. But yeah, like I actually, you know, it's funny. We actually have a mutual friend. I know Raul.
I know you know Raul. I met you before through Raul. I know you know Raul.
Yeah, no, Raul. It's funny. Raul took me to the studio one time to go meet Wayne, and I remember Mac was like, "What the fuck, Raul's dropping you off?" He was like, Mac was like, "How the fuck do you know Raul?" I was like, you know, I know.
Everybody knows Raul. He's in Miami. He came, hung out with me like 2 days, and then he disappeared. And all I keep watching him on Instagram is in every fancy restaurant. You know, Raul should write a book about who he knows. Like Raul just be, he'll pop up with Scott Disick. He'll like the randomest people. He'll just pop up on me and be like, "Yo, Scott Disick is here." Yo, I'm like, "Yo, Raul, something." He's lit.
Man. He's lit, and I know Chris Jones. You know Chris Jones?
I know Chris Jones well, the best Chris Jones. You know the two craziest guys in Terror Squad. Well, you know Chris Jones, for years we always joked that he's the only handsome guy in Terror Squad. Did you know Chris Jones looked like a model? He got like the Chinese eyes, and you know what I mean? And you know, if we ever wanted to show off our beauty in Terror Squad, we would bring Chris Jones. And be like, yeah. If we all ain't bald Puerto Rican guys with goatees, we got the Chinese guy too.
Yo, I bet that Chris loves that you call him the handsome one of the group.
No, he's the one. I swear to God, for years I've been using him. Like if we got to go to an event where we need the handsome looking Terror Squad guy, I bring Chris Jones. That's it. He come up in there, girls be like, "Oh shit, they got damn man."
That's so funny.
It's crazy because no, I can't tell you that story. That story is way too crazy. So you signed to Cash Money. Was it through Lil Wayne or was it through Birdman?
Yeah, so that's where it was complicated. So it was like so basically they wanted me to do the deal with Cash Money, but then I met Wayne like separately, and basically like Wayne and you know his management were like, "No, you got to be Young Money too," you know, like because Wayne like fucked with me. He loved my music, and so I think that's maybe like I don't want to say anything. You know, I don't know anything. Like I think
Politics,
that's my
you got caught up in politics. A lot of times,
yeah.
oh, this game is based on politics. You
Yeah.
know, like I got an artist, right? Her name's Angelica Villa. I'll just say it. We dropped a single. She signed to Rock Nation. We happy there, but she dropped a single. We were about to cross top 10, and I had Meek Mill on her remix, and we were preparing for number one, right? And all this momentum, and out of nowhere, they fired the whole radio team right when we were about to go for, you know, to take her shit number one. And unfortunately, she was an innocent bystander of politics. Once the radio team's gone, ain't nobody working this shit. People, but I had to explain to her at a young age. I was just like, look, Angelica, you got caught up in the politics. There's nothing we could do. Fucked up, it happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that happens all the time, especially when you're on one guy's side and they go to war with somebody else. You know, for years I've learned how to just take that as karma or you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes I'm Ja Rule's friend. Ja Rule saves my life. Ja Rule actually gave me What's Love. He made What's Love for me. And then he goes into beef with 50 Cent. And obviously 50 Cent had a tremendous energy going on at that time. And everybody, all the fake people were telling me, yo, don't be Ja Rule's friend. Chill, get away from him. Yo, this. And I was like, yo, it is what it is. I got to stand next to the man. The man was my brother, you know, when he didn't have this beef. And so that's how I pretty much got into beef with 50 Cent. But sometimes the game is you choose a side. Sometimes your side don't win.
Exactly. I feel that.
Yeah, I know you worked with a couple of artists. I know you worked with Snoop, YG.
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience with Snoop. Snoop is like, you know, he's the god. You know, he's the god. He's the god of hip hop. He's the world's most famous rapper. Everybody loves Snoop Dogg. How did you get to work with him?
Especially here on the West Coast. It's like, you know, he's literally
everywhere though. Listen to me. Everywhere. I know Spanish people can't talk English and they're Snoopy. Nah, Snoop Dogg, I can't let you get away with West Coast. He's the king of everywhere. He's the king of everywhere. So how did you link up with him at YG?
So Snoop, it's a long story. Like, I mean, I had just kind of kept crossing paths with him at the studio. Like, I first met him at Record Plant, and that was actually like a kind of crazy, it was like a kind of crazy encounter. But I met him then again like a couple more times, and I told him, I had this song, and I was like, listen, I have this song. And I knew when I made the song, like it had this like very like old school, it was like we sampled Diana Ross in it. And so like it had this like old school, like kind of like pimp vibe to it. And I was like, yo, I need to get Snoop on this song. And so I had just sent him the song. And this is the funniest text I ever got in my life. He texted me back and he was like, yo, come meet me at the studio tonight. He gave me an address. And he goes, I'm going to have the verse laid, spade, spooned, and groomed. I was like, yo, this is the best text I ever got. And so I just went to the studio and I go to meet up with him. And this is the funniest shit. So the studio I met with him, there's like windows in that studio, and it was like so smoky, I couldn't see the windows, right? And so like the next time I go to that studio, I said, oh, they put windows in. And my boy was like, no, there was windows when we were here. It was just so smoky, you couldn't fucking
Snoop
see
Doggy
them.
Dogg. Let me tell you something. I went on tour with Snoop Dogg. It was me, Snoop Dogg, a bunch of us, Game, Nelly. It was one of the greatest tours I've ever been on. And they were explaining that you couldn't smoke weed in Australia. It was like a big deal. You go to jail.
Yeah.
Like real jail. Like jail term. At the time we went over there, right? And all I know is we get in there, the owner of the hotel, let's just say the owner of the Marriott, it was one of those right? Takes us upstairs to the penthouse to show Snoop his room. As he shows Snoop his room, he lights up the blunt and passes it to Snoop. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was no weed over here. The owner of the Marriott is passing them blunts, giving them all type of shit. I'm like, yo, no one can stop Snoop Dogg from smoking some shit. It's impossible. He got like a license. He got a license, you know, before it was legal, you know, Snoop Dogg, I think everybody wants to smoke with him one time.
Oh my God. My eyes felt like they were glued. Like, I'm not joking. I started to have a panic attack because I have small eyes. And like, I was so high the first time I was with him. My eyes started to feel like they were like crusting together in the corners. I was like, oh my God, I can't open my fucking eye.
Yo, but he was like, yo, but I'm smoking with Snoop. Smoking with Snoop Dogg. That's like a fucking major accomplishment.
It really is, as a stoner especially. Like,
yo, I did a show one time in LA. Outdoor, it was a weed concert. It was like they were selling weed products. And long story short, I think it was me, T Grizzly, a bunch of artists, Bone Thugs. So I go every show, I try to die. So I'm going on stage, sweating bullets, trying to kill it, this, that, and everybody's there, and everybody's smoking. Girls, guys, everything. The whole place is smoking. There's like 2,000 to 3,000 people. So when I go to the back, I'm thinking I flopped. I'm thinking I didn't kill the show or nothing like that, right? So the promoter goes to the back. They giving me all type. I don't smoke. They give me all type of weed shit. Weed candies, weed pipes, weed, every shit you could think of, fucking weed pancakes. Anything you could think of, they're giving it to me, right? So I told the promoter, I said, damn, man, I really try to kill it. He said, are you fucking crazy, bro? They love you out there. We're stoners, Holmes. And I got it. They just so fucking high.
Yeah.
That they loving the show, but they out there like, you know what I'm saying? You know, he said, we're stoner, Holmes. We don't jump up and down. We're just high. I was like, oh, shit. That's why, because I'm used to motherfuckers going crazy when I perform, but they were looking at me like, but they was high as fuck.
Yeah, the weed festivals, they be like so dead. I performed at like a little weed festival thing in Vegas one time. And so on top of being high, it was hot as fuck too. I was like, nobody is doing, like they look like zombies. The crowd was just like, like just like that. I'm like, yo, like, they're like dead.
No, that shit crazy. They high as fuck. So you go, so obviously, Chanel, you tell me your favorite influences. You've worked with YG, Snoop Dogg. You was once signed to
Young Money.
Cash Money. Young Money. And you're so beautiful.
Thank you.
I can't help but thinking you love music. You obviously keep telling me my music. I've been writing for other. Does it work against you that you're so beautiful that people sleep on you because you're actually beautiful?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I guess. I think that sometimes the people like see somebody that looks attractive or smiling, and maybe they don't see a person that comes from like a struggle or has like been through anything. So I can't help the way I look, but it definitely, you know, let's just put it this way. My life has not been as pretty as I look. That's a good way to put it, you know? So I do think that being a pretty person and smiling a lot, you know, maybe people are like, why the fuck is this girl a rapper? What has she been through? But I think that's a good way to put it is, you know, my life definitely hasn't been as pretty as I look. So,
my life hasn't been as pretty as I look either. Let me tell you something, baby. I've been through shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm still in the game, baby. You talking to the wrong one. So this debut album, why the title is America's Sweetheart?
I actually wanted to do that title for like the past couple years because like I've been pushing back this album for so fucking long. And I got the title because so many people, like, it's crazy. I'll be walking through the airport and people always be like, oh, you're like America's sweetheart. It's, you know, I don't know why I'm saying it with that accent. It's usually a lot of Midwest, like, country people be like, you're like America's sweetheart. And so a lot of people say that to me, you know, because they see me on TV. I'm on this show where I'm laughing all the time. It's like America's sweetheart. But, you know, I think it's kind of, it was a good title for me because it's kind of like an oxymoron. You know, I'm sweet, but I'm still tough. I'm still a badass girl. And I think that that's important for women to know that, you know, you can still be a tough person, but also keep it sweet and classy at the same time. You don't got to be 100% ratchet all the time, you know, like you can be tough and still be a sweet, presentable, classy girl. And so that's kind of what it is, you know. It's like I'm a sweetheart, but I'm still also a tough, strong woman. And the music says it, you know. You can hear in the songs, like there's a lot of songs where I'm talking about some real shit, and then I do have songs where I'm singing more pretty and it's more pop, and it's really a blend, you know. And it's kind of like the perfect title to show like that, like you could basically be, yeah, like I said, like a tough bitch and also be a sweetheart at the same time.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like, how do you don't be ratchet when you got a song with Too Short? I'm like, what poppy song is this? Like, you got motherfucking bitch? What's my
Did you hear it?
Word? Bitch? What's up? You know,
I told Short, I was like, Short, I was like, yo, I know, like, I was like, I know I'm talking shit, but it was more like playing around. And I was like, you literally are setting me up to get beat up.
Yeah, you know, Too Short, man, that's my idol. I had an album release party a year ago.
Uh-huh.
He still looked young. He was like, all the ladies was on him. I gotta live vicariously through Too Short. That motherfucker, a rock star. He a rock star.
He doesn't age. His skin is like fucking elastic. I think it's like all the turning up or something keeps him youthful.
Too Short is who you want to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like Too Short. So Too Short, he rock with you, man. That's amazing. That's pretty amazing to work with Too Short.
Thank you.
He's one of the greatest.
Yeah. He's like literally like so supportive, and like he's always had my back too. Like he tells me like one time like somebody was talking shit about me like in the studio, and he literally had to like put somebody in check at his studio, and he was like, hey, shut up. Like, I know her. You don't fucking know her. And then when we recorded that song, Pull Up, it was funny. He was on speakerphone with E40, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, you know, E40 and Too Short, like, I know I named a lot of East Coast shit I listened to in high school, but as far as the West Coast shit, definitely E40 and Too Short was, like, the West Coast shit we were listening to. And so to be in the studio with Too Short and he, like, put me on speakerphone with E40, I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, I'm like, I never thought I'd be here. Like, eighth grade me was, like, pinching myself, you know?
Yo, let me tell you something. E40, that's another one. E40, I think I'm like East Coast E40. That's what I, yeah, because you know, E40 always got a hit. Every year he comes with another hit. And the young people fuck with E40. So I'll be like, yo, well, I'm hoping I'm New York's E40. You know what I'm saying? Because E40's such a legend. So the record is out. Right? Have you been receiving the Just Dude you've been looking for? Has your fans been telling you they love the album? Is it everything you thought it would be?
Yes, I think so. I mean, all the reaction is great. I haven't got like any negativity. There's a couple haters as always, but like compared to normal, it's like no negativity. So it's all good feedback. I definitely think it could be more poppin', but I'm independent right now, so I'm doing things all on my own. No label funding anything or paying for marketing, huge marketing dollars, which is what a lot of people have these days.
So you independent?
Yeah, I'm independent.
Where you put it through? What distribution?
I'm with EQ.
Okay, you with the family, huh?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put music out through EQ too.
Yeah, they're dope.
Yeah, they're great people, man. Yo, Chanel, your top 5 favorite rappers of all time. This is almost like a ritual we do every night.
Okay.
And it don't have to be Fat Joe. No Fat Joe. Don't worry about me.
Like, I have to include you. I'm fucking talking to you right now.
Nah, forget me. I want your real top 5 people that you love. This your favorite
Okay,
of all time?
definitely Tupac, Eminem, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, and I think I'm gonna have to say Jadakiss. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of Jadakiss when I first started rapping, and
I was listening to a lot of Jadakiss too. I actually talked to him today. I
really,
called him up today out of nowhere. I called up some random friends today just to tell him I love him and stuff like that. He was one of them.
yo, please tell him that like I love him and like it's fun. Actually, I did a little laugh at the end of the song with Too Short on Pull Up, and a bunch of my friends were like, "Yo, you're doing the Jadakiss laugh." I was like, I didn't mean to, but apparently my laugh sounds kind of like Jadakiss laugh on the end of that song.
Are you guys have y'all started filming ridiculousness since COVID? Have y'all started filming or?
Yeah, we film a lot more in like shorter times now. So like now we film 6 episodes a day, which is fucking crazy. We used to do 3 a day, so now we do 6 a day, and like they cram it more together because we have to get COVID tested, and like I think it's like, you know, more of a hassle. Like I feel so bad for the crew and everything. Like they have to wear these fucking shields all day long and like, you know, masks and everything. And
Yo, I've been to Khaled's house, man. Yo, Khaled ain't playing with this COVID shit, man.
I know.
I'm not playing with it either. Actually, I got the man coming over now to do a COVID test because I want to go to my mother's tomorrow. I want to make sure I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's
right
what
now,
just get tested. You gotta get, you know, getting tested is so important.
I get tested almost every week.
Yeah,
I get tested, and I'm not bugging out. I'm not in no crazy crowded places, but I still get tested. But Khaled, I have these motherfuckers in a spacesuit. Like, I'm like, yo, this shit crazy, but he ain't taking no chances. But you know, yo, Chanel, thanks for coming on the big show. God bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Raul and Chris Jones, you send your love.
For sure. It's been an honor.
Stay up. The album is called America's Sweetheart.
Yes. Go stream that.
God bless.
All right, bye.
All right, baby. Bye-bye. Chanel West Coast. A friend of the show. Chanel West Coast on Wild Cherry Pepsi Fridays. She has an album, America's Sweetheart. She mentioned all the right people. I'm not going to lie to you. When this is over, I'm going to tune into her music to see if she bout it for real. I ain't going to lie. I ain't hear her music yet, but I'm going to tune in to see if she's bout it. Wild Cherry Pepsi Fridays, the Corona's gone up like never before. 90,000. You know, somebody who's saying don't get tested sounds just like the guy that's saying your vote don't matter. Don't listen. Everybody got to go out there and vote. Yo, Grandmaster Kaz, what's up, baby? Grandmaster Kaz, living legend. Shit, man. Just when they say, damn, man, what Joe Crack is the real deal, hardcore hip hop. What you doing with Chanel West Coast on there? Then the pioneer, inventor of hip hop comes on the comments, Grandmaster Kaz, to let y'all know everybody stay in your place. Stay in your place. You can't get more authentic than this. Yo, Kaz, what's good, baby? What's good, Kaz? What's good, my brother? And so, got to get out there and vote. Vote early if you can. Do not listen to no news. I'm going to agree with Trump right now and call it fake news. Do not agree with the news. If they tell you that motherfucking Trump is losing by 10,000 million, go vote. Go vote. If they tell you he's losing by 10,000 million, this is a grand, nah. We ain't falling for the same shit. The Hillary shit, they started the investigation 2 days before the election with the emails. He's trying the same shit with Hunter Biden. Nah, man, we ain't going. Look, I never forget my brother Jimmy from Jimmy's Bronx Cafe. Jimmy Rodriguez said, anybody makes a mistake. Only a fool makes the same mistake twice. Anybody can make a mistake. Only a fool would make it twice. And so you gotta go vote. People died for the vote. Why you think they stopping the vote? They got all this voter suppression because it matters. Why you think they fighting about ballots and shit like that? Because it matters. Don't let nobody, you know, these people who tell you, oh, my vote don't count, it don't matter, why am I going to vote? Those are the people that doubt, that talk themselves out of their dreams. You ever had them people that said, you said, damn, man, this guy's smart. Yeah, I should do this and that, and it sounds amazing, but no, I'm not going to do it, though. These people will talk themselves out of their own blessing. You cannot listen to the advice of a person who doubts themselves. It's impossible to listen to these people. Yeah, I said I had a couple of friends, you know. Monday, Isaac Wright talked about his story of redemption. They gave him life in 72 years. He became a lawyer inside the jail, got 20 people out of jail for kingpin laws, all type of thing. He was on the show. Tuesday, Dallas Austin, the man who made, all I really know is that they don't really care about us, and made The Boy Is Mine, Brandy, Monica, everything you could think of. He was on the show. Wednesday, we had the very, very beautiful Kalani on the show. Thursday, we had LA Laker two-time champ, Quentin Cook. We also had one of my favorite comedians right after him, Lavelle Crawford. Every day, we killing anybody who's trying to come close with some sort of podcast or show. It's actually disgusting. At this point, the way we body in people is bad. It's like they're like mad, but like big mad. Like big mad. Like this is like, I don't blame them. I don't blame them, but you want to know what? It's what God chose me to do. I'm on here for a purpose. I'm on here for a reason. We ain't just talking about who got the best lyrics. We bring doctors up here. We bring people who deal with domestic violence up here. We bring vice president candidates up here. We bring everything that affects the community. Because what you got to understand is, I'm not solely representing Fat Joe off of Fat Joe's personal thing. I'm speaking for you guys. When I interview Dr. Fauci, when they interviewed Dr. Fauci, the first question I asked him was, we want to know when we can go back to the strip clubs. And so, oh shit. I told you I got some randoms. I told you I got some randoms. Erick Sherman, living legend of hip hop, EPMD's own. Yo, Erick Sherman, you ain't the only one with green eyes, man.
Hey, yo, hey, Joe, I was I was cursing you out every week. Like, yo, like, me and Joe as brothers, like the Green-Eyed Bandits, like, yo, like the show done got big, and before the man come and cut you off, like, where's my slot? Yo, Joe, you know when you start getting big, and the man come and be like, you know what, yeah, he's getting too big. Cut him off.
You know, Eric, let me tell you something, my brother. You are beyond a living legend. You are beyond an icon. You're on the Hall of Fame of hip hop. We're not worthy to really talk to you like that. I'm keeping it real. And nah. It's levels, Eric. It's levels. I'm not bullshitting you. It's levels, bro. And I'm sorry that you ain't been here sooner. I was listening to Rock the Bells, and Roxanne Shante said, I thought Fat Joe was my brother. I'm waiting to get on the Big show. And it's like, I want everybody to get on here, Eric. Yeah. Like, all I'm doing is like showing love to all of us. But to any of my friends out there who feel like, yo, I ain't been on here. No, I'm sorry. We're going to get you on here. We're going to talk that shit.
But you know what? They ain't even mad. Everybody just happy for you. That's what it is. It's like, yo, they want to say congrats like we do. Like, congrats. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. Like, speak for the culture. That's all we trying to say. That's it.
And you know I'm going to keep it true all the time.
Always. Always.
To me, it's always been about the culture. And I was explaining to a good friend earlier. I said, listen, man. I said, I love music so much. Not just hip-hop, R&B music, salsa music. I love hip-hop so much that if I met an artist that sung to me, let's say it's a female, and she was better than Whitney Houston, right?
Right.
But she straight up told me in my face, yo, but I don't want to do no business with you, Fat Joe. I don't want to sign to you. I promise you, if I really thought she was talented like that, I would give her a number of, let's say, a Mark Pitts or somebody who's really big in the game to put her on, because I feel obligated to music and the culture.
Right.
And so, and that's how I try to, with this show, everything's about culture. I said, I interviewed Dr. Fauci. I can do the same shit they asking on CNN. I said, yo, Dr. Fauci, my people want to know when they can go back in the strip clubs. Motherfuckers over there, they like, yo, Joe tripping. I'm like, nah, B, I know what the people want to hear.
Right, exactly, right.
So, Eric, I had Dallas Austin here the other day. He was talking about you going down to Atlanta. What was that like when you went to Atlanta? So you left New York to go to Atlanta. You was one of the first people in Atlanta.
Yeah, but you see why I had to go, because, you know, they came and got me. The people came and got me. So you know, because after I got locked up,
I ain't know you got locked up, Eric. What they locked you up for?
Nah, you know, the Paris Smith thing. As far as niggas said, I did all that with, you know. You saw the beef thing when I said that I went up. You know, I did that. To, you know, Paris. I think I robbed the crib, the whole nine, and that was, they had said all that, but they came and got me anyway. So after that happened, I went to Atlanta because I was trying to make sure I won't be stuck here in the system. So I figured I'd just run. So I went to Atlanta.
And then you set up shop in Atlanta. And then who did you vibe with when you got down there?
Well, when I was down there with this guy named Greg. He was a guy from Detroit. Now, and he had this rim shop, but on the other side of town. So I'm like, yo, let's get a bigger rim shop. So we went downtown and got a bigger rim shop. And meanwhile, yo, Joe, the illest thing is the fact that it was a kid in the back with a ponytail, always in the shop. It was Big Meech. He was in the shop every single day. Don't forget, the boys who I was with was Detroit niggas I was with. Greg and them from Detroit. But I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So once I went there, Greg took me to Dallas Austin's studio. When I walked into Dark was like you said. That was like, holy shit. Erick Sermon's in my lab. Joe, the nigga gave me, I'm brand new. I don't know him, he don't know me. He gave me the studio, like, yeah. here's your studio from now on. Studio B room, that's your room. So after that happened, I met Lisa Lopez, right? So Left Eye had Illegal, which is the rap group, was Jamal and Malik.
I fuck with Illegal. I used to hang out with Illegal.
Right. So Lisa, so Dallas like, yo, Lisa got this group. You want to fuck with them? I was like, I do it. So whatever hip hop Dallas had, I did. Lil Zane had a group called The Chronic at first. Lil Zane, the rapper. So I did The Chronic, I did Shades of Lingo, and I did Illegal for Dallas Austin. You know, so he just showed me mad love. Atlanta just showed me mad love. So then I brought the cameras down there and shot Stay Real in downtown Atlanta. So when my song came on, it was like Atlanta's own Erick Sermon. I'm like, this is some other shit. Like, yo, you know, New York ain't doing that. So I'm like, introduction, Atlanta's own Erick Sermon. Song come on. So my rim shop is right next door to Hosea Williams. I don't know if y'all know who Hosea Williams is. He marched with King. But we used to feed the homeless in Atlanta. So I used to go over there, ask him what type of money you need, what type of food you want to get, so we could go downtown and feed Atlanta all the bums, because Atlanta had a lot of homeless people.
A lot of homeless.
So then, Joe, next thing you know, 2 months come by, they like, oh, there's some shit called Freaknik out here. I'm like, Freaknik? Joe, oh my God. I lost my mind.
Was crazy.
No, I lost my mind. So now I got the rim shop on the corner.
You could lose your life, your marriage, everything for one day in Atlanta.
Listen,
that's why I stay out of Atlanta.
Yeah. Atlanta, it was Sodom and Gomorrah. I never seen it like that in my life. Joe, don't forget, I got green eyes. I'm Erick Sermon. It was women. It was women. It was women. You don't forget, it was like Lewis said, it's 22-1. Can you imagine that?
Is it still like that now?
It's still like that now. But anyway, at the rim shop, Joe, you know how you would have Tupac up there, like at the front. You would have Dave Justice at the front. You would see Lil Rashawn at the front. And then
was Big Meech rich at this time yet, or he was coming up?
He was, but we didn't know that. See, towards the end, when he knew it was going to happen, he started letting loose. But in the beginning, it was a big sign, you know, that said BMF off the highway.
The world is BMFs. I know all about that sign.
Remember that? But they was quiet until the end. Until they started getting like Jeezy and Blue Da Vinci and the whole nine. When they started doing the rap thing, they started coming out. But in the beginning, they wasn't making that noise. They had the big sign, but they wasn't like when they started doing the rap thing and they started getting really, really big.
But let me ask you something. When I see, and I'm cutting a little bit further up, but when I see Pharrell and T.I. getting sued from Marvin Gaye's family,
okay,
I wonder how the hell you cleared that music, the Just Like music, and did you have a problem? Was it just the normal procedure of clearing it? Like they got sued for like $7 million.
Yeah, it all comes down to money, Joe. I paid 150 grand to the estate. Then I paid 50,000 to a lawyer. That happens the lawyer knew Erick B. so it's the funniest shit ever. I'm like, how the hell does Erick B got something to do with this? So Marvin Gaye's
Erick B got something to do with Erick B's the godfather of this show.
Hey, listen, Erick B made 50 grand off that deal too. So Erick B knew the lawyer of the family, so it made it easier for me. So then once I got that, paid that money, Clive Davis came and gave me $4 million. See, I knew that it was going to be a situation where if I make this deal happen, because it was on with Jimmy Iovine at one time on Interscope, but I knew that once I do that, I needed 1 month. Jimmy said, give me 1 month to promote, then you can go and do the Clive Davis deal. So after that, I went to J Records. But I paid the money. You paid the money first, you had no confusion.
Yeah, that's what I always pay my samples. I always, and I'm independent and everything. I don't take no chances. I pay a lot of money in samples. You know what I'm saying?
Joe, you know what's so bugged out is the fact that, like, I'm not saying, Ghazi, that you listening right now, but listen, man, Empire was doing Empire, but Empire's changed when All the Way Up came. When All the Way Up came, Empire became this billion-dollar silent label. Like, oh, for real? Like, come on, Joe. Come on, man.
Ghazi's a good partner, man, and I'm gonna tell you the story behind that, man. I had came out of the jail for the taxes.
Yeah.
And I was in Cool and Dre's studio, and we was working, and they took millions of dollars from me. And I call up Ghazi and I said, yo, guys, I got a song, it's me and Remy. It's a hit, and I need you to fund this. And he never even heard the song. And he said, I got you, let's go.
For real?
Real talk. He never even heard the song. He was like, I got you, let's go. And got you means 200,000 radio, the video.
Yeah.
Got you means big commitment. And so
Right.
I always stayed loyal to him. And I did the first record I did with Ghazi was Another Round with Chris Brown. Another round.
So that was first. So that was first.
That was the first thing I did with Ghazi.
I thought it was All the Way Up. My bad.
Nah, and Nori plugged me in with Ghazi. But you're right. I mean, what happens is, so the system in hip hop, it's a young man's game. Right?
I know.
So now, when you got somebody like Fat Joe over 40 dropping the triple platinum single, the young guys, the Tigers, the all them, they're like, damn, fuck that. I need to go with Empire. If they can do that for him, then I'm out of here.
That's all I'm saying. Now, you try to not say it because you want to be cool and be political. All I'm saying is
I love Ghazi, but yeah, that is definitely the house that Joe built as an artist.
Because all that new hotness came after. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. But Ghazi's a friend.
So cut some more checks.
I know, I ain't gonna lie, he keep cutting them.
I know he does. Hey, Joe, I wanna
cutting them.
Hey, Joe, I wanna say this one thing too, because I watch you a lot too on here. Do you feel uncomfortable talking about the duress that's happening in the world? Like, do you try to stay away from most of it, or do you try to hit it head on so you can let people know, like, what to do and how we should move in this climate?
And if you're watching, then you know I don't skate nothing. So you can ask me what you want to ask me. Right. What do you think? What do you want to know? What do you want to?
Nah, I'm just saying that, as far as you got some of our boys out there is nobody's explaining how come the few of us rappers is trying to converse with the other side to see what's going on. Like, everybody's making this duress as far as Fifth and Wayne.
I was born. I see where you're getting at, Eric. Right. The way I was born, and people don't. Eric, man, you from New York like me, so you understand. But people don't like when I talk like this, right? Because the way I was born is, I know I'm Spanish, I'm Latino, but I was born in a 99% black neighborhood. So when I had blonde hair and green eyes, I thought I was like a white black guy. And everyone else thought it too. So since I was born in kindergarten, anything, I was thinking like this. And even Latino too, you realize that we go through so many oppressions and we go through so much fucked up shit with police harassment. I've been getting harassed since I was a baby. They locked my father up because he didn't speak English. They pulled my father up. My father ain't a criminal. He never been a gangster, none of that, hard worker. They locked my father up in my eyes because they asked him for his license. He had his license and his papers, because he couldn't speak English, they locked him up. He kept saying, "I'm in my license." They was like, "English. I don't speak English. I speak English. English." They wound up putting the cuffs on my father, and they locked him up because he didn't talk English. So now, when you turn around and you see all these abuses, not just police abuse, fucked up schools. Like down here in Miami, my son used to go to Miami Beach High School. That shit 90210, because it's in a rich neighborhood. So your community, your schools get funded by the businesses in the community. If you in the hood and that shit is pop, your schools look like a fucking dungeon. Now, the white kids that live in the suburbs, their schools are funded by that white money. That's why they shit look like 90210. Right?
Right.
So it's so many oppressions in the hood. And I come up under so many, 5%ers. I grew up in my hood is called Godsville. So for those who don't know, when we was growing up, the biggest movement ever was the 5%ers, was like an offspring of Muslim, right? And they still, the 5% nation is still there. But I grew up in Godsville. So all the gods from New York City and definitely from the Bronx and Harlem, they came to my projects to have the motherfucking meetings and all that. So for me, it was the God Malquine, the Magnificent Scientific, Infinite, Rakim, Tashim. That's who I grew up with. So the reason I ain't eat pork since I'm 12 is because they was telling me, yo, the pork is dog, cat, this, all that shit. So I grow up from a real understanding and from a culture of oppressed people. And the way I was taught was that we all fall in line, no matter what. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I make a lot of money. I'm not gonna lie to you, Erick Sherman. And my people who make a lot of money, they voting for Donald Trump because he saves taxes. But me, I cannot morally, my morals are stronger. My people from where I came from, my oppressed people, that's who I'm with. It ain't about financial or nothing like that. If Joey ever gets wounded, I can limp back into the hood. They'll protect me and heal me.
That's big. That's big.
That's what I move with.
I hear you. I hear you.
I move as one. Now, do I love Lil Wayne? He's my brother.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. He's my brother. Yeah. I love him. He's a beautiful person. This is America. He got his right to do what he do. Do I agree? Yeah. No. But that's his choice.
Yeah.
That's his choice.
I was trying to get at, because before people go in there and make that assumption, you got to understand what that person, that they have a choice. Everybody has a choice. And they had, see, the reason why I asked that, the way you explained it is not being explained that way. It's being explained one way. They see it and they jump to the conclusion.
No, we supposed to. In the rules of where we came from, we supposed to line up. And right now, what we see what happened with George Floyd, we see what happened with Breonna Taylor, we see what been happening. We just got camera phones now. It's shit been happening. I got my face bust by cops so many times, like it was a fucking joke. I got beat up one time because I had a Michael Jackson jacket on, the Thriller shit, and then they was like, "What you doing with all these fucking zippers on your shit?" Bow, smack my cheek off. Like, I've been abused at the hands of the law. I'm not lying to you, abused. But us, before I was a rapper, we were the voiceless. So we could scream as loud as we want. We ain't had no money for no real lawyers. Nobody cared about us. So that's why we got to speak up for the voices. But I'm feeling like we're supposed to, like ducks, we're supposed to line up. And the reason, and with this isn't a racial slur. This isn't a racial disrespect. Actually, I'm bigging them up. But the reason the Jewish community is so strong is because they line up. They said, we're all voting for Mr. Sullivan. And the whole 20,000 of them going to vote for Mr. Sullivan.
Right.
And that's where I believe we're at as
Right.
black people and Latino people. We need to line our asses up and say we voting for Mr. Biden and Miss Harris, who's going to be the first female black vice president.
Right.
And that's how I feel. So now everybody got their right to their opinion. They do whatever they do. Me, I've been noticing that people choose money like it's God.
Right.
Like your motherfucker could do anything to you if you give him some money.
Right.
There's a crazy quote going around now. My brother Percy T.S. put it up. He said, grown men will be calling a little kid big homie if he got more money than him. You see that quote?
That's crazy.
Grown-ass man saying, yo, what up, big homie?
Yo.
Because a fucking kid, 15 years old, got more money than him at a dice game. They calling him big homie.
Right.
It's crazy. It's unfortunately, you know, people choose that. You know, and I'm like, you know, it's just, I've never seen a place, we read about it in the 60s and all that, but I've never seen a time where people are fighting each other in the street, at the voting, they try to get at Rudy Giuliani. The other day throwing eggs at him, they was setting it. Like this, it's so much divisiveness. I don't want to save no money with Trump. I just want him out of here so we could try to heal and come together and heal those wounds and try to rebuild America. Actually, rebuild America again. Right. You know, all of us together. Because this shit right here, you know, it's 90,000 people caught COVID today. Erick Sherman, that shit ain't going nowhere. So being that he ain't got no mask on, they acting like it ain't, they catching it.
Yes, somebody asked me to ask you, because I didn't want to change the narrative, but they wanted me to ask you that for you to answer the question, because how big your platform is. Once you got a platform your size, now you got the people. I want you to understand that. You got the people. So no matter what, it's too late. If you didn't want to say nothing, you cannot say nothing. So that's why I had to go there.
You know what I want to say? I want to say Lil Wayne is one of the best people I know in the world.
Well, I'm not saying that. I love them. I love them too. I'm just saying the point. Go ahead.
We just disagree. He likes Trump. I like Biden, and I just think that all of us together, I think we finally at a place where we're yelling Black Lives Matter, and white people are yelling it with us, and Chinese people, and the whole world is with us. So we got such a movement going. That we don't really want nobody to try to pump the brakes. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on when we see our leaders. You know, I think Ice Cube was misconstrued. I don't think Ice Cube actually said he's voting for Donald Trump.
You didn't say that.
50 Cent, that's 50 Cent, the original troll before the fucking internet was.
He doesn't. You know,
50 Cent a clout chasing shit. He'll troll that motherfucker. You know, he made it to the Daily News cover. Like that's what shit. 50 Cent on some other shit. You know what I mean? And that's my man too. But 50 Cent, it could be about voting, it could be about boxing, it could be about anything. He's gonna make the headlines. Right.
But again, what it boils down to is this. You're saying that we all have an opinion, but with the movement that we have now, we should fall in line, because this all we got right now is this, the movement.
Remember the Malcolm X movie that Spike Lee did?
Yeah.
And Malcolm X showed up outside that precinct.
Yes.
And he went.
Yes.
And all the FOI changed. The whole bodies changed at the same time.
Right.
It started walking.
Right.
And it was like, who is that man?
Right.
That's how we got to vote.
Right.
Everybody got to vote for Joe Biden and Harris, just to normalize the situation. This shit crazy. 240,000 people died of COVID. They doing.
You heard that, people. Go out and vote. Fat Joe show right now. Go out and vote, please. Your life depends on it. Your life depends on it, like, badly. Forget about all the other politic part about that. We got to vote to get that man up out of this so we can have some type of normality. That's it. What it boils down to.
Now, Erick Sherman, how did y'all discover Redman?
Okay, so I saw Redman. We had a show at a club called Sensations in Newark, New Jersey. If you know anything about that, Newark doesn't play. Ooh. You can't go in there. It's grimy. It's the streets. That they will get you out of there. They either will rob you or whatever. You had to, it's Sensations. It was very ghetto. So I'm in my back of my dressing room. Do It All from Lords of the Underground comes in, but he's not Do It All yet. He's just, you know what I'm saying? Him and Reggie. So Do It All starts rhyming. He says, "Yo, my man rap too, Joe, no lie." So he tells me that Redman rap. So I said, "Yo, spit a rhyme real quick." Redman says, "I float like the butterfly, sting like the rock group." Didn't finish the rhyme. I said, "Hold up. The metaphor was so crazy. I float like a butterfly, sting like the rock group. You thought he was going to say sting like a bee. He didn't do that. He put Sting, the rock group, on the metaphor. I put him on stage that night. And then the next day, I said, listen, come to Long Island. But it took him 2 months. Joe, he came off the train in the yellow two-piece suit and a pair of shades. Yo, the illest shit ever. That was him. Like, that was classic Redman.
Wow, man. I used to go to his shows and he would have the thing in the boogers.
The tissue.
Tissue in his nose. And I'm going to tell you some crazy shit. I caught Reggie coming out of Club 2000. At the time, we was getting crazy. We was wild.
Okay.
So, pretty much, I pinned him up in his car and I played him my demo and told him I was rapping.
I never heard that story.
No, I'm telling you, this is a Joker moment. Now that me and you talking, I'm telling you, I went and I forced him to listen to like 2 songs, and I was like, yo, I'm coming out, I'm digging in the crates of this. He showed me nothing but love. He could tell you that. He could tell you that story. Yeah. Like, yo, Fat Joe played me his demos. Like, yo.
When you talk to D Nice said, I drove over to, he came to my crib. He played me Call Me D Nice, right? So at the time, I put into what you're saying, like, here's my new single off my second album. So I'm like, how is that not in history? I forgot that he came to play me Call Me D Nice. I forgot all about that. And then in the meantime, I'm just finishing. So what you're saying, I had no scratches. We had no chorus. All I had was the beat and the rhymes. And that's it.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something. That's my claim to fame was being there when Biggie made Hypnotize. I was in the studio when he made Hypnotize. Hanging out. And I could never hear that song anywhere in the world. I'll be in Europe. I'll be anywhere and Hypnotize come on. I grab whoever's next to me, if they're random or whatever, and I'll be like, yo, you know I was there when Biggie made that.
What studio was that?
It was Daddy's house.
Oh, he made that at that? I didn't know that.
He made that at Daddy's house, and I'll tell you a funny story. I tell it all the time, but 1 o'clock, 20 Puerto Rican girls came in from 1 to 2. At 2 o'clock, they left. 20 black girls came in from 2 to 3. When they left, for 3 to 4, 20 Italian girls came in. When they left, from 4 to 5, 20 Asian girls came. When they left, 20 Jamaican girls. Like, I never seen, I could not fucking believe this. I was like, yo, the women love Biggie so much. This shit was like the craziest shit I ever seen. I was in there. Meanwhile,
I'm trying to figure out why, though. Why was it?
Biggie the man. What are you talking about? Why?
No, but I'm saying, but why was they doing the races? Like the first day.
I just mean it was this posse of girls, like cults, coming through one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. And I'm up in there like, yo, And meanwhile, the Luke and Laura is playing in the background. Boom, boom.
Wow.
You know, hypnotizes from that.
Yes. It's Rise.
Yes. But hypnotizes from that. That's that same old General Hospital, Luke and Laura original.
Oh, so wow, so that was the General Hospital. So
and then it goes into Pound. Like it got that one breakdown. It goes.
I know.
You got that? You got the original? Bob James. James. So then it go play the Bob James, the original Drake. So it do all that shit we know, and then it go Pound. That's when you know, yo, that's that fucking hypnotizer. Yo,
is it Bob? Is it Bob?
I claim to fame that, and I was on every ad lib on Diamond D's first album. So like everything, like yo, that's that shit. I'm the guy in the background. Or when he's talking to the girl,
it's
and I'm
so
like,
crazy because Das Effects was the biggest Diamond D, Fat Joe's fan. Every day on the bus, that's who Das Effects played, was y'all crew. Every day on the bus, every day.
Yo, listen, one of my favorite shits in the world was when they said, in case you didn't know, my flow's fat like Joe, like Joe.
But that's why. Okay, wait. But that's why, because that's what they played y'all every day on tour bus. Every day.
That's crazy, man. That's fucking.
Hey, listen.
You know this shit.
It's Herb Albert. My bad.
Herb Albert. Yo, that is General Hospital.
It's General Hospital. So they was playing it like this first while he was
right,
and then they looped up the spot. No, it'll go into it.
Wow.
Woo!
You said Luke and Laura. The cat died.
Luke and Laura. General Hospital. Shit come from there. Then it come the breakdown. They go.
Oh yeah, the one stab, the big stab.
Here it come.
No. Again.
Here it come. That's that Luke and Laura getting married and shit like that. Know what I'm saying?
And the cats are dying.
Luke got shot.
Yeah, Luke got shot.
You gonna hear it right now. Here we go, right? So at the end of
now.
right?
No, wow,
Erick.
Great.
It's taking a while. It's coming. It happens. This is a jumper moment, guys.
I remember him playing that moment.
It's gonna come.
Oh shit. Okay, after this one.
After this, God damn, this is like a Barry White used to have a 10-minute instrumental. You hear the bass line?
Like you said, Barry White in the Love Limited Orchestra.
Always. This shit crazy.
You gotta make this over, Joe.
It's about to happen right now.
You gotta do this over.
Right now.
Sicker than your ass.
About the words that hypnotize me, and I just love your flashy ways. And you're so fake.
Hip hop
Diggy, diggy,
moment,
diggy.
people. Hip hop moment. Yo.
That's my
Sean,
claim to fame. I was there when he did it.
hey, yo, but Puffy though, man, like Puffy, like, yo, man, the mind state of Juicy in that to say, yo, rhyme on these.
You know, Puffy had so much he has so much insight with all that Uptown. To
Okay,
where he was putting hip
okay.
hop beats under Jodeci and Mary and all that he just flipped that shit he did over there and came to Big. Because Big, I met Big at the Lyricist Lounge. He was an underground backpack rapper, like, you know, battling everybody. And to see what Puff did with him, throwing those juicy beats, the hypnotized beats, all that shit, I love the dough. You know, that was definitely Puff Daddy influence. And together
Because,
the chemistry.
you know, so bugged out. We talk about how hardcore Big is, right? But look at all the records. Big Papa, like you said, Juicy, fucking Hypnotize,
One More Chance.
One More Chance. Yeah, everything
Was
melody.
big. Everything was made to be big.
Was made to be big. And even though we look at him as this hardcore person, but the records were other.
Let me go over there. Yo, my brother, I love you, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Hey, Fat Joe, hey, listen, I want to let the world know that I got an album coming out called Dynamic Duo, where I got all the dynamic duos in hip hop. I made all new records with them. I got a new record I got a brand new Helter Skelter, a brand new Mobb Deep, a brand new Naughty, a brand new Snoop Dogg Nate, a brand new Red and Meth, a brand new Lisa New School, a brand new MOP, a brand new Cypress Hills, a brand new West Side Gun and Conway. I made all new dynamic duos albums, records on all these people. I promise you, it's phenomenal.
Let me tell you something, Eric, man. I applaud you. I'm here to support you.
Okay.
When it's time that it's coming out, I'm going to bring you back on and we're going to talk about shit. We're going to post the shit 1,000,000 times. We're going to get the whole fucking hip-hop community.
I was on Jopa. You saw my numbers. My numbers.
Yo, Eric, you got big numbers. Don't do that, Eric. Yeah, Eric said you see
my numbers.
Yeah, Eric, you think I was sleeping on you, man? You're a fucking living legend, man.
I love you, Joe.
I put Pat Poose on here for something happened. It was like 50 people. It went from like 1,500 people to 50 people. I still was on here with my brother, sweating.
But that's you, Joe. That's you. That's you.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, and then when the shit unfroze, it went back up. But you know, I stick with my people no matter what.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly. New York.
Love you,
One love the world. Vote, 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 vote. Peace.
That's right, Eric. Love, my brother.
All right,
Hey, Dre, have fun without me, man. I gotta do the chest slow right now.
You know, I got
Yo,
this.
Tag,
Yo,
I can't hear you. You mad low.
Yo, hold on. You hear me now? You hear me now?
Yeah, Tag.
Mic check. Oh, I got this. No, I got this EPMD. No.
Hey, yo, Tag.
Yo, no. You could just sit back and sip on some cherry Pepsi.
That's what I'm doing.
No.
And guess what? The check came in. I gotta send you something Monday.
Talk to me like Jodeci.
The check. Yo, Tag, take it off. I need some EPMD ASAP.
Listen to me. Hold on. No. Hold on. Yo, Joe, hold on. Before we get to the EPMD.
There ain't no place in the world with
That new Busta Rhymes album is
this
out.
motherfucker. You understand? Do you understand who this man?
That new Busta Rhymes album
How
is
hard
out.
he brings it?
No.
Nobody's following this motherfucker.
No.
So far, shorty's throat ain't brown.
Break this down.
So far, shorty's throat ain't brown.
Oh. Shit. You remember?
So far, shorty's throat ain't brown.
You remember? No. That new Busta's out right now. Holy shit. Enough of that. Yo.
Nah. Yo. Hit that Busta Rhymes Kendrick. That Busta Rhymes Kendrick.
We ain't got all that loaded up. We ain't got all that loaded up, Joe. We ain't got all that loaded up.
All right, get ahead.
got-
Let
you
me
got
get
the
some
whole-
EPMD.
You had the green-eyed bandit on here, man.
Test move, straight face. You
Yo.
remember?
Yo, hold on. I wish Erick Sherman would have told you that. I wish he would have told you that him and Parrish, one of them was in college at the time, and they took the book money from the stipend that they get to buy books, and they made this and you a customer with $600. That's a fact.
As the song goes on, you will notice a change.
Ask him.
I throw down the way I say my name. The mic that I'm packing is flame resistant.
You remember?
You guys know how to break it down.
Test move, straight face. You remember?
Let's get to it. I'm kicking in your average. What? Oh, shit.
You remember?
DJ Scratch, what up?
It says, yo, I am someone and I've been waiting for some. The Vandal says, yo, I am someone and I've been waiting for sucker. Vandal says, yo, I am someone and I've been waiting for a sucker to attack. Yo, me, the E double, come me and PMB like the funky plus.
Hate it. Woo!
How you doing? Milky. Cereal.
Let me get in trouble.
LL Cool J is hard as hell. Battling.
Let me get in trouble.
Hell, you do. I excel.
definitely was wrong and took a wrong. I know he in love now with the Cool J folks. Specializing in the for the record of course. I'm a tower full of power with red in hand. Could create just a record with a single dance. Rock the bell.
Let me slow it down. Let me calm down.
Oh, wow.
Let me
Don't
lay
do
back.
that.
Let me lay back. Let me lay back.
I want a girl with your new edition Bobby Brown, Bobby Brown, Bobby Brown, button on the sleeve.
You ain't never hear around the way girl remix. Never in your life.
Lisa, Angela, Pamela, Renee, I love you.
Dance move, straight face, you remember?
I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get you in a good mood. She can walk with a switch and talk with street slang. I love it when a woman is scared to do a thing.
Standing at the bus stop sucking on the lollipop. Once you get it, it's hard to make the Audi stop. Yo,
What's up, bro?
1-800 LL Cool J.
Ooh.
1-800 LL Cool J. How much money can one black man make, huh? I was known as a true dynamiter. I write rhymes fast without the typewriter. Give me that microphone. Show you the real meaning of the danger zone. Yeah, don't LL Cool J me, man. That's the one guy. Him, KRS, those are the one guys you don't want to do. Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane came up tonight.
Doing what?
Called KRS 1 out.
Oh, it's on?
Big Daddy Kane said, yo, stop hiding, man. I want the verses. And we got to go back to back to change the verses tonight. Came up.
Big Daddy Kane, breaking news. Big Daddy Kane called out KRS for verses?
Yeah, sure.
Big Daddy Kane called out KRS-One for verses tonight? I'm supposed to know this. You sure about this info? This is a Joker show, man.
Yo,
This is where motherfuckers hear the real hip hop first.
Check in,
you
man.
know, Shan Mr. Magic tried to send Big Daddy Kane for KRS back in the
Big
day.
Daddy Kane, they want to battle KRS because they grew up together.
And they say try to son him.
I'm glad. It's on all over Instagram.
Oh, so it's on and popping. KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane.
That's gonna be crazy.
Breaking news.
In the meantime, you know where this is. No, hold on, Joe. Yo, you was in a zone on this right here. Hold on. Let me know. Let me ask you a question. You was in a what?
I was fighting for my life.
How you started
my first album? My idol gave me an opportunity. Shout out to the Track Masters.
You remember?
They gave me an opportunity to jump on my idol's record, and I fought for my life.
Yeah. How you start a verse with?
Now who the fuck you think you talking to?
We're just gonna have some fun with some hip hop. Little hip hop. That's all good.
You know what this was?
You know what kind of stuff this was?
Oh yeah, this is the tall banger too. Hurry up, this is the tall banger, baby. Hip hop style, baby. By the middle of March, when the pregnancy starts and your ladies placenta, that means L just entered. Duck test a little bitch ass for frontin'. You 4'11" crackhead.
You know what you got
the fame, now you famous overnight.
Play the ill bomb. We can end it with the ill bomb.
That was right there.
LL Cool J Ill Bomb is probably the coldest record he ever made as an MC, as a lyricist. Drop a bomb on him.
That's my favorite LL record ever.
That's the illest record he ever dropped, like for the streets.
One of my favorites, and shout out to DJ Scratch for producing this joint. So crazy. Test move, straight face, you remember?
I'm a star, double addicted, double R. Never started hard.
Yo, you gotta do Craig Mack Flavor in Your Ear remix. I mean, and then we end it with that. Yo, Yuli Terrero on this motherfucker.
Yuli, what up?
I see AB, Money Earning Mount Vernon on the check, and Erick B, the godfather of the show. Who needs a favor?
You know what? I remixed that. Dance move, straight face, you remember?
Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck a fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way, nigga ransom notes, far from handsome.
Robbery in progress.
More guns than roses, foes is shaking in their boots. A visible bully, like the gooch, disappear, vamoose, you whack to me. Take them rhymes back to the...
Ted,
Dance move, straight face, you remember?
you did your job like you always do. You turn it up, legendary. Let me see fire signs for Ted Smooth. Fire signs, more fire, more fire, more fire. Wild Cherry Pepsi Fridays, Ted Smooth. More fire, more fire.
Burn it down.
Hey, yo, Ted, man, you come on here. You separate the boys from the men. You destroy this shit every chance you get. Nobody fucking with you. We know what it is. Shout out to Erick B, the godfather of the show.
Erick B, man, so crazy.
Yo, you know what? We can't end it like that. Erick B on here. Let me hear my melody one time from the top. No remix. My melody. The original. Let me hear that. When I learned how to do the
Dance move, straight face, you remember? I gotta stop it. Hold on, Joe. Hold on. This part of the record right here, when I heard this, I said this dude is the slickest motherfucker in hip hop.
I take 7 and do it.
No, it's over, Joe. It's over. Yo, he put out the calculator.
I take 7 and...
I'm done, Joe. I'm good. Don't have me starting this rock, the rock him talk, bro. No, that's all-time favorite.
My battery gonna wait. We can't do the rock Kim. If we do the rock, don't do the rock Kim though. Don't. Erick B's for president. Erick B's for president. I'm just saying. Let it be known that your brother, yo, Erick, I don't know if you was here for Sherman. He thanked you for clearing the song to Marvin Gaye, just like music.
Yeah,
he
Erick
thanked
B
you
here.
for clearing the song.
Erick B is here.
Erick B's here.
This is the one time I could say that Marley Marl messed up this. He shouldn't have remixed this record. This record right here. DJs, again, if you're not playing this original version, you gotta pack it up.
Well, clap your hands to what he's doing.
We don't want the remix to this. Yo, the record don't even got a hook. It don't even got a hook.
I came in the door, I said it before. I never let the mic magnetize me no more, but it's...
Hold on, Joe. You know what? No, fuck that. Joe, I'll tell you now, it ain't even up for debate. This is the greatest hip-hop record ever made. Shook One's real close. This right here, we could debate it. I don't care. Let's debate if you want to debate.
I ain't gonna argue with you. It's definitely right there.
It don't even got a hook.
Well, clap your hands to what he's doing.
What? Yo, when the girls know all the lyrics, that's something. This is the greatest hip hop record ever. That's it. Less is more.
That's the best. Everything is on the cut.
Showbiz, what up? Showbiz.
Digging in the grave.
What have I...
Everybody said.
First you said all you want is love and affection. Let me be your angel and I'll be your protection. Take you out by all kinds of things. I must have got to do.
Everybody put the donuts up.
Where'd you go to attitude? You need food to eat up. I'm scheming like a demon on the couch with my feet up. You scream I'm lazy. You must be crazy. Thought I was a donut. You tried to glaze me.
Wild cherry Pepsi. You thought I was a donut and tried to glaze me.
Yo, niggas went on strike for a month. No donuts for nobody in the hood after that. Yo, I was there. It was crazy.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, I'm from the South Bronx. We took 2 trains, went to the west side. We was in 82 Park. I'm not even sure if that's the name anymore. On University Avenue. That's what the young kids are calling High Bridge now. And they played that record for the first time. And everybody was doing the WAP out there.
Wow.
And we were studying everybody doing the WAP to that shit. And then we went back home, and the next day we had a jam at 23 Park in the South Bronx and Forest, and we started doing the WAP to that shit. And motherfuckers, everybody studying us doing the WAP, and everybody doing, nah.
Nah, Joe. Greatest
There
record.
was no social media. That's what you call going viral in the 80s. That was going viral. We went to the west side. We went over there, High Bridge on University, learned the WAP. The next day, we brought it back to our hood, and we was doing the WAP, and that's how everybody learned the WAP. That was viral.
Crazy. Crazy, Joe.
My brother, God bless you, Ted Smooth. I'll see you next week. Actually, I'll see you Monday with that Check It Out. I'll be there.
Sound good.
The Remix King.
Love, boy.
You don't know who I know. Shout out to Rob Love for the shirt. I am the vote. It is what it is. We the biggest in the game. We the realest in the game. This the hottest shit moving. Bottom line. I bet if it wasn't COVID and I tried to walk the streets, they wouldn't let me walk the streets. AB, what's good? Because it ain't no shit as pure as this. It ain't no show as real as this. You could never, ever in your life, humbly, you on there with Chanel West Coast, hot. And then Eric Sherman, EPMD come on. And then we got Eric B and Rakim, Grandmaster Cass, so on and so on in the motherfucking comments. It's the realest show in the game. And we saluting our legends and our icons. That's what's going on here. And it feel good for you to see an OG up here playing that real shit and still giving you that milli to the wrist like this. Ain't no missing teeth here. Ain't no missing teeth here. Y'all see what this is? It's the biggest shit in the game. I'm not going to let nobody talk me out my wins. I ain't going to let nobody talk me out my greatness. You know you're not even close. Ain't no gimmicks here. Who rated you? You're over. You're overrated. You're overrated. Who rated you? All right, I'm not going to talk about shit no more. Put God first. God is everything. Shout out to my homie Farris from the Lynch Mob. We had an interesting talk today. It was pretty amazing. Welcome home, Guy Fisher from the Bronx Patterson Projects. You know, everybody, they big up people and nah, we ain't changing the narrative. Guy Fisher, living legend. If you ever seen American Gangster, it's American Gangster without the snitching. You ever heard of Nicky Barnes? It's Nicky Barnes without the snitching. And so everybody want to claim him, but he from the Bronx, Patterson Projects. Do your history. You guys ain't as real as me. You're not even close. You're not even close. You can't wash my socks. You guys, I don't even know these guys. Put God first. Put God in your life. Stay blessed. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing. I might do the New Music Saturdays. I might not. Lucky Church, what's good? Success Clothing, what's good? Billy Blanco, what's good? Damn, every gangster in the world popped out in these motherfucking comments when I start talking like that. Yo, J1, y'all, Success. Y'all gotta stop. Yo, AB, yo, every gangster in the world popped out. Nah, they did. They tuned in. Yo, I'm not lying. Yo, Rich. Every guy who ever did Fair Time in the universe popped out in the comments of what's that. Yo, I love you guys. I'm glad that you're model citizens now. You're reformed. Everybody's legit. Everybody works hard. That's what it's about. You want to learn about justice reform? You want to learn about prison life and everybody came out? Dog in the Yard, Pistol Pete and YouTube. One of the best things popping. Dog in the Yard, Pistol Pete. You see everybody who went to jail, how they changed their lives. They came home. Yo, Breon, what's good? Breon Prescott, send Jamie Foxx my love. Send my brother my love. Peace, y'all. We the biggest in the game. Y'all already know what this is. Busta Rhymes album out now. Go stream that. Peace, y'all. The Big Show.